Inside this box is one of the most interesting and exciting new short travel 29er mountain bikes launched in 2020, the YT Izzo. Now I don't normally do unboxings, they're a bit naff really, aren't they? But since YT is a brand that sells direct, so if you go to their website, choose a bike you want, click buy, you'll get a box just like this one here. So I thought it'd be interesting to see how the bike is packaged inside the box, take it apart, and then when we've got it built up, we go through the details, and in a future video, I'll do a first ride. So make sure you subscribe to my channel so you don't miss that. Okay, let's unbox it. And as you can see, everything is nicely packaged. Everything's labelled as well. Top box, main frame cover, wheel cover, all very nice. Right, let's get it out. Wheels first. I must say, I'm really impressed with the attention to detail and packaging in the bike. Lots of labelled card around key parts of the bike, lots of foam, everything looks good as well. So let's carry on. Right, there we go, almost ready to ride. Now, I was very impressed with the way the bike was packaged in the box. Everything was protected really well with lots of cardboard and foam. And the bike looks to be in really good condition, no issues, scrapes or scratches at all. So that's reassuring and definitely a peace of mind if you're buying a bike over the internet and it arriving in a box in a post like this. So let me give you a walk around on the bike, point out some details and what's so special about the new bike. Okay, let's start with the frame then. And it's a 130mm travel front and rear 29er with a full carbon mainframe, only available in a carbon version at the moment. And I do apologise about the background noise. It seems like DIY lockdown is still happening. So hopefully you can still hear me okay. So carbon mainframe with very neat internal cable routing. And they've actually anchored the cables at the ports here to stop them rattling around in the frame. So oversized head tube, very beefy up front. I love this straight line from the top tube down through the linkage to the seat stays and then the dropout. It's a lovely straight line. Really nice, and the top tube's very low slung, so good for standover clearance, and quite a short seat mast, so you can run a longer drop post if you want, if you need it. The suspension layout on this bike is a 4-bar setup with a pivot on a chainstay, nice oversized main pivot, and a small rocker linkage driving the Fox shock. And you might see that cable there disappears into down tube and reappears at the handlebar with a SRAM twist lock or grip shift, and you basically lock the shock, release, lock, open. That is really cool. Not seen that before, not used it in the flesh. So you got the dropper lever there right next to that button for the shock. Interesting to see how that is in use. So yeah, interesting. I haven't used grip shift in a few years. So back to the frame. Designed around 29-inch wheels with, on this bike, DT Swiss wheels and Maxxis tyres. Plenty of clearance around the tyres as well. Should be good when it does rain. And it's a really handsome looking bike. I'm liking this stealth, murdered out black look. And another important detail is a space for a bottle cage, using the FID lock system they've used on their previous bikes. And you've got a couple of bolts on the top tube here. You can attach a multi-tool or a spare inner tube if you want, so that's a nice detail. And you can see how oversized the bottom bracket area is. And it's all very chunky, all very reassuring, very stiff. And you get frame protector panels on the down tube and also on the chainstay with that sort of ribbed rubber. All cables are internal. Rear brake hose goes from the down tube into the rear stay and then comes out there. You can also adjust the geometry. You've got a small chip in the linkage there, so you can have it high or low depending on how you like it. So it's a really good looking bike. It looks fantastic. I can't wait to get it out on the trail. It looks so cool. So this is the Pro Race model. There's a few models in the range. I'll put a link in the description down below. This model here in the UK costs £4,600, and we've got a very nice specification indeed. So we've got the Fox 34 on the front, factory suspension, Kashima coating, matching rear shock. We've got a SRAM X01 12-speed Eagle setup, and DT Swiss wheels, Maxxis 4-caster front and rear tyres. Probably BK in the rear, might be changing that on the front for something a little bit more grippy. Then at the cockpit, as we like to call it, got a race face setup with a 60mm stem, nice wide carbon handlebar, 760, should be wide enough hopefully. It's nice lock-on grips, and SRAM G2 RSC brakes with plenty of adjustment on there. I put it on the scale just now and it comes out just under 28 pounds, so about 27.10. So pretty decent weight, and this is a size large by the way. So let's talk about geometry. This is a size large, and we've got a 66-degree head angle in the low setting, a 76-degree seat angle, 472mm reach with that 60mm stem I mentioned earlier. The wheelbase is 1210, and the chainstays, well, they're size specific, and on this one they are 432. So yeah, good looking bike. Good components for the money. All the geo numbers look on the money as well, and it's a really good looking bike if I didn't mention it already. So that's a quick run around of the brand new 2020 YT Izzo in Pro Race spec. Gone through the main details on it. If you have any questions, do let me know down below. So this is a really exciting bike and the shortest travel offering from YT yet. The company best known for its longer travel bikes. But a few years ago they launched the Jeffsy, a 140-150mm bike, which I went to the launch on. There's a video linked above if you missed that. And this is a new, even shorter travel offering, which in a way tries to offer the speed and efficiency of an XC race bike, being getting up the hills, and then the capability and control and fun of an enduro bike when you're going back down. So I don't want to call it down country, but that sort of name does describe this bike quite well. It's just a short travel trail bike really, just a beefed up XC trail bike. So it's the sort of bike that for me works really well with the trails I have, where you have to do quite a lot of climbing to earn your gravity points on the way back down. So it's lightweight, you've got efficient suspension, got space for a water bottle, got a really good component spec on this bike, quite fast rolling tyres, but might change the front tyre. And in YT's press material, they describe it as a fast, agile and sharp bike, which it certainly looks, but I'll find out soon if that's the case on the trail when I go for a first ride in the next couple of days. And I'll give you an update on my channel in about a week's time, so make sure you subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, if you want to see an update on how this bike rides. I'll give you some real world point of view rider impressions on this bike, so make sure you hang around if you want to see that. If you have any questions about this bike, do let me know down below. If you enjoyed watching the video, hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. And with all that said, I'll see you all again next time. Thanks for watching.